clearing some of the debt, and there's still a lot of unknowns about how far there's left to go on this turnaround plan. Caro?
Yeah, let's get about where some of the holes are still left on Intel. Kunjan Sabani is with us, Bloomberg Intelligence senior analyst covering semiconductors. And we are still left with a lot to chew on, because clearly PC doing a bit better, maybe even CPUs getting into those data centers. But what about the next iteration of fabrication of chips?
Yeah, this result shows the first sign in the right direction, sort of a turnaround, a beginning of a turnaround. The gross margin headwinds, like you said, the challenges are not gone away, but what they showed yesterday, where they are running, their demand is running ahead of the supply, which it will be for the first half 26. There were structural gross margin improvements, though we will not see a gross margin expansion next year, primarily due to the new 18A coming on, the exit from the Altera business, which was their highest gross margin business. But structurally, when you peel the onion, we like what they're doing. Most of the 18A will be moving from Oregon to Arizona, which is a better cost structure fab to begin with. A lot more volume will be coming back to Intel's foundries, which is better for them. As they go through the initial transition cost and the revenue scale, which it is showing from the higher demand in PC and data center, improves, slowly, structurally, the overall gross margins should start to creep up.
I don't know what happened, Kunjan, but in the time you've been speaking, Intel's now flat and eliminated all of its gain of the day. I'm not saying that's your fault. I'm just making the observation. Look, when I spoke to the CFO, Dave Zinsner, on the phone, he was a bit surprised by some of the end markets that they're reliant on the product side. Servers in particular. The basic argument they're making is the hyperscalers have suddenly realized that you have to, at some point, update your CPUs. You have to invest in them. And so now they're saying that actually on a year-on-year basis, they'll see unit growth. What did you make of that?
That is a very credible story to believe in. We have seen signs of this in other markets. For example, the storage server market has been seeing a big demand when it comes to HDD. So when you think about every time when we are pinging something like a Copilot, it's going and clearing or analyzing data which was sitting dormant for the past 6 months. So the storage servers were not really using them. Suddenly now we are pinging them 4 to 5 times. So that does, it is a credible story to believe that the need for CPU, even outside AI servers, is going to increase now as we involve more and more AI in our workday.
Kunjan Sabani of Bloomberg Intelligence. Later in the show, we'll get more on Intel.